Hi guys, and welcome to U-Wrench. Now you're probably watching this video because you need to know whether your Dodge Grand Caravan or your Chrysler Town and Country has standard brakes or heavy duty brakes. Chances are you've gone to buy new brake rotors and pads and you've come up with all these different options, heavy duty, standard, different size disc, and it's all got a little bit confusing. How do you know what's on your car? Well, in this video we're going to show you how to quickly and easily check what type of brakes you have fitted to your car and also cover the different rotor size options. Now there is a slightly confusing factor when it comes to determining what rotors you're going to need and indeed whether you have the heavy duty or the standard brakes. And that is, even if you're looking to buy rear rotors, you're not doing anything on the front, you'll notice that they always reference the front caliper. And there is a reason for that, and that's basically that the differences between the rear calipers physically in appearance between the standard and the heavy duty are very, very similar indeed. So unless you know exactly what you're looking at, you probably won't be able to spot much of a difference between the two if you're looking at calipers on the rear. However, when it comes to the front calipers, they are completely different. On the standard brakes we have a single piston, and on the heavy duty brakes we have a dual piston. So physically they're quite different, and so it's much easier to spot the difference between them on the front than it is on the rears. And so that's why you'll see that they always reference the front calipers even if you're looking at rear brakes, which is a little bit confusing. So to find out whether our car here has heavy duty brakes or standard brakes, we need to see the front caliper. Now thankfully we can do that nice and easily without having to remove the wheel. So what we're going to do is hop in the car and we're going to turn the steering wheel over to full lock so that we can get the front edge of the wheel here to turn outwards, and that will give us a glimpse at the caliper on the back. As you can see, we have a great example of a very badly worn tyre. This is an illegal tyre, and I can't believe that someone's been driving around on this and let it go that far. And this car most certainly will not be going anywhere near the road until these tyres are changed. But regardless, onto the job at hand. What we need to do is we need to check what caliper we have fitted here on the front of the car. And so you can either scoot down and shove your head under here and have a look up, or as we're going to do, make life easier, just going to grab ourselves a mirror and a torch and have a quick look around the back. So I'll just put my torch in there, bring my mirror up, and there we can see, remembering this is our front brake caliper right here. As you can clearly see on this particular vehicle, we definitely have the dual pistons. You can see very clearly there, either side of that brake line, bang in the middle. We've got those two circles, those two domes, and those are the housing of the two pistons. So on this particular vehicle, we definitely have the heavy duty brakes. Heavy duty have the dual pistons. And for comparison, if we have a look on another Grand Caravan, this one has the standard brakes, and so we can see this has one larger single piston in the middle rather than the dual pistons that we just saw on the heavy duty brakes. So as you can see on this Grand Caravan with its single piston, this is the standard brakes. And there's an additional step that you can also do to double check whether or not your brakes are the heavy duty or the standards. And that is to lift up the hood of your car and take a quick look at your brake fluid reservoir. And in this particular vehicle we do have the heavy duty brakes. And if you look at the shape of our brake fluid reservoir here, you'll see that it's very wide. And when we compare that to a brake fluid reservoir in a car that does not have the heavy duty brakes, you'll notice that it's much narrower. So there we have it. That is how you determine whether your car has the heavy duty or the standard brakes. And once you have that information, of course, you can use that to determine which type of rotors and pads you need for your particular car. And I'll add here on screen for you the different options for rotor sizes depending on whether you have the heavy duty or the standard brakes. And also along with the rotors, remember as well that the heavy duty and the standard brake pads are also different. And very often when you're looking at the pads, you'll see in the notes that they put something like EXC heavy duty or EXC dual piston. And what that EXC means is excludes. So if it says EXC dual piston, then it excludes dual piston or excludes heavy duty. Remember that dual piston is the heavy duty option. So if you were to see a note such as that saying that it excludes the dual piston, then that would mean that that particular rotor or that particular pad was suitable only for the standard brakes. Now to make life even easier for you and likewise allow you to help support us at the same time, We will add some Amazon links for the cheapest available options for these heavy duty and standard brake options for the Grand Caravan and Chrysler Town & Country, and you'll find those links in the video description below. And so if you'd like to help support us, please be sure to check out those links. So there we have it, we've come to the end of the video. If it's been helpful for you, you can take 1 second out of your busy day. We always ask just to hit that like button for us. It really does help us out. Likewise, please be sure to check out our YouTube channel. We've got loads more great content, and please consider subscribing. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you again in the future.